2020, a new decade. It's also a leap year. Oh. We're going to explore tonight, both backwards and forwards. What I'd like you to do now is close your eyes. Take a couple of deep breaths. Just settle down. What I'd like you to do is give your mind a free rein. And I want you to think for a moment, just reflect on some of the highlights for you in 2019, in these past 12 months. How were you surprised, overwhelmed, grateful? If some sad things come up, just let them go by. But think of all the ways, whatever the mind brings up in terms of you feel enriched, joyful, momentarily maybe, pleasantly surprised. Notice how your mind dances around. You could go month by month or just let them pop up. Because you had the intent. And that stirred up your unconscious, your memory bank. Okay? Come here now and just relax. Let it go. Open your eyes. Amazingly, you've all survived 2019. We've all had our disappointments. We've all had our surprise enrichments. I want to read a letter to you that I received from a friend of mine that I've known for 40 years. He's a student of Swamiji. Where have the days and years gone? Yesterday is now yesteryear. Our Eastern Pathfinders summed it up as the continuous turning wheel of life experiences. I'd like to be able to have a prolonged sit-down chat with you over a pot of ever-loving tilk. Interesting term. Swamiji, Swami Rama in case you didn't know, would drop out of the blue words or comments that didn't make any sense to him until an event or circumstance happened. Then these gems had a meaning, and in my case, twice, he saved me from nearly committing murder. On one early event, he all of a sudden just spoke to me out of the blue, suddenly, and told me that even if I killed someone, he would stand by me. Not bad. I was stunned, as I could not ever imagine being in a position to to do that. But years later, on a Saturday at East-West Books, that's when the Institute had a bookstore in New York City. On 5th and 14th, we called it East-West Books. I was jumped by two guys and went into a defensive mode. They didn't realize who they were picking on. He was the top Olympic wrestler in college in '56. Undefeated. Nobody would go near this guy if he knew what you had. So I went into a defensive mode and got mad at them for pounding on me and decided to take them out with a throat chop or a headbutt which would crush the face into the brain. Would have been fatal. And as I set it up to do it, Swamiji's voice boomed in my head. It's not worth it. They haven't hurt you. I turned around quickly to look for him. He thought he was standing behind him. But he was in India. And I hadn't asked for help. They got to the door, opened it, and took off before the cops came. The most recent event, later, was when I learned that Jane was his wife, had been criminally assaulted by a male certified nursing aide. I really lost it and almost went nuts planning to find him, do terrible things to him, and just take him out. Had I done that, I would have been jailed and unable to provide for Jane. She was crippled and bedridden. What stopped me was the memory of Swamiji's warning. He had just looked through me as he strongly said again, "Don't be afraid to show your teeth, but don't bite." He knew me well. While driving Swamiji early in the 70s, I mentioned a high-profile legal decision by a jury. His reaction surprised me, as it seemed he knew the decision by the jury was wrong. He didn't comment, but his reaction and expression at that time had made me realize that he knew in advance the outcome of the future jury, and it was wrong. One time he looked at me very deeply and said, "I keep my commitments." You and I, along with many, are the most fortunate of beings, having been drawn into his cosmic illumination. Who could ask for anything more? Okay, gang. I will call Swamiji in tonight in a special way for all of you. That's my gift to you. We're going to do it now. So just close your eyes.
Lights?
Yeah, let's turn the lights out. And
No.
all right. So we'll let Swamiji come and illuminate us for the rest of the year as a gift to all of you. Go to your breath. Just take it easy now. Breathe as deeply as you can. Relaxing and releasing into the flow of your breath. This is going to be a special year for all of you. You're going to be surprised, even astonished at times. Nobody's life is free of disappointments, but we don't have to linger on them and make them part of our nature. We'll deal with them. You will be in Swamiji's illumination now in a special way. As you continue to breathe, quiet down, and just gaze within. Now gradually on your own, bring the focus of attention higher up your body and finally up your spine to the focal point where you do your meditation. And just be at ease there.